So one of the first indie games that really made a lot of noise was a game called Blob.
Blob.
Came out a couple years ago. It was designed by some students from the Netherlands.
Some good fun.
That's right, and now we're actually taking a look at its sequel a couple years later.
This isn't Blob 2, is it?
It's Blob 2.
Totally awesome.
By THQ. Now, the first game was only out on the Wii. This is for the 360 and PS3 and all the systems. What'd you think?
No, there's nothing like bringing a little color into the world. That's what the Blob has to do this time around. Comrade Black survived the treachery of the first game, and now he's back, and he's causing chaos by removing the color from the world around him once again.
Incidentally, that's exactly what we did in the first game.
Yeah, I know.
They didn't really do much with the story.
I tried to make it sound awesome and crazy and unique.
It does mean that you didn't really actually have to play the first game to play the second game because the stories are pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. If you haven't ever heard of the Blob, the color has been sucked out of this world, and it's up to you to unlock the different paint fountains in the game and suck up all the paint and touch each gray object and make sure that it's got some color and some life into it.
Yeah, it's creative in its design. And you're right, it's just all about sort of painting the world. And that's the other thing I like about this game, and the thing I also don't like about this game is that
you're just painting the world.
You're just painting the world. It looks good. I think it looks better on the 360 than it's ever looked before.
Yeah.
It really pops off the screen in HD. The one thing that I wasn't so enamored with is they really went young in this sequel.
Yeah.
It felt a lot younger than the first game.
It's very simple to get into. It's not a very difficult game to figure out.
No, they hold your hand through the entire game. You've got this little partner, Pinky,
yeah.
who literally tells you exactly what to do every step of the way. Oh, those buildings are supposed to be orange. All that time you wasted coloring them purple and blue, we need them orange. So you're like, well, but I like them purple and blue.
But that's just for the certain missions. It's like you have to paint it orange. Then you paint it orange and you're like, hey, you get a light bulb. Awesome. Then you can just go back and paint it purple again. It doesn't matter. It's not like it has to stay that color.
I know, but it just felt like that was the way the game was pushing you forward. It was like not just exactly what to do with painting colors, but like enemies would pop up and it'd be like, now kill all the enemies, and you kill all the enemies, and now go here and do this. And for a game that has what are pretty wide open worlds in each of those levels.
Sort of sandboxy, if you will.
Yeah, but that's what killed me, is I wanted it to be more sandboxy. The first game had a lot more of a sandbox element.
Yeah.
This game, even the character design, the story design, felt like it was trying to appeal to the under 10 crowd, whereas this was
little Pikmin running around.
They didn't push the creativity very far.
Kinda.
But what's there is still pretty good. They still have this great music mechanic where the different colors of paint equate to different instruments. And as you're painting your way through the world, you'll kind of fill in.
You're creating a symphony of magic.
You really are. I mean, you're creating a symphony of sound. If you're green, it's a keyboard. If you're blue, it's like a guitar.
Yeah.
It's a really cool mechanic. It's the same thing it was before. I liked it here. I think it's cool.
So, I mean, it's the Blob 2. Probably check it out if you have youngins around.
Yeah.
It's very easy for them to jump in and get on. I had a good time playing it. I just wish there was a little bit more. And that is why I'm giving the Blob 2 a 7 out of 10.
I pretty much agree with you, my friend. 7.5 out of 10 for me.